Hey, it's you! It's good to see you. Your chair's waiting for you. Come on in.
We have a fun fall soap today for you from Stirling Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Christmas season, everybody.
Thanks for
Welcome
joining
to
us.
Deep into Fall. And for our mention today, it being a Stirling episode, I wanted to mention this little guy. I kind of got this little guy as sort of an extra brush to have on the side in case I needed it. And it turned out to be one of my favorite brushes and a godsend for me as a newbie. And let me tell you why. As soon as I had ordered this, I was talking to Jerry Plessy, the Shave Dad calls us once in a while. Yes. Wonderful group over on Facebook. Go check it out. And he mentioned, hey, as a newbie, I'm noticing your lathers are getting a little frothy, a little wet, a little too much water in there. Grab yourself a smaller brush so that you can see what you're doing. Because I was using giant knots at the beginning, So as soon as I realized I could use this a lot more like a little pencil inside that
and then
dish
even when you see where it fits, you can see a lot more of the lather going on. Yeah.
So if you are a newbie like me, bigger is not necessarily better when you're learning to make a lather. And go back and watch episodes 1 through 10 when we start to build a lather and have a laugh because we had to use to cover the piano and all kinds of stuff because it would get everywhere. So anyway, that's our
We use it often, but we just thought it'd be worth kind of breaking some time down to mention the actual brush that we're using.
And I remember asking a couple of the brethren at the beginning what a good shave brush was, and every single one of them mentioned Stirling for badger brushes, things like that.
Right.
So y'all, don't just stop at the shaving soap page. Go have a cup of coffee and go check out their accoutrements.
There's a lot of little tabs that you can discover.
Stuff over at Stirling. So for today, I chose this soap, and I'm excited. Have you ever been to the Smoky Mountains?
You know, I don't think so.
I don't think I have either.
I think I've read about them, and, whatever. But no.
Giant fan of Dolly Parton, and she sings about them all the time and stuff, but I've never been. So when I saw that this scent description was basically the Smoky Mountains in the morning, I'm willing to go on a trip, y'all. So I'm excited.
And it's newer to us, so all we saw was the email go by, and I was like, I feel like we can't pick one. We just gotta get it,
yes,
right?
and I don't think I've watched any reviews of this soap, so I'll be discovering this one pretty cold. Let's meet the soap! All right, so with Stirling, their descriptions are sometimes a little bit different. This one does have some scent notes, so we're going to save those for the second part.
Yeah, I'll save those for later.
But how's it start out?
So, but it says, we set out to create a fall scent and ended up with what may stay with us all year long. That's fun. Yeah. Step into the great outdoors and breathe in deeply. And I'm going to stop there.
And then comes the list of scent notes. So, I'm excited about this because Rod and Mandy are in Arkansas. They kind of know what they're talking about when it comes to these southern, beautiful Smoky Mountain scents.
Yeah, some fall ones that kind of are more indoors. So it's fun to have one that's meant to be an outdoors kind of experience.
I'm excited. I want to see me some green. Let's open the box. If you just saw the Sweet Pecan episode, you'll know that we buy our boxes big.
We do. Let me dig to get our...
They come in fully loaded.
Here we go.
There it is! Oh, and I love the little color band they put around it so you know which one to grab in your shave locker. I love the side labels because as you get a few more soaps and you have to start to stack, you can see what you're grabbing for.
And even the little icon is the mountains. How fun.
I love that. And y'all, just as a quick aside, here's my little TED Talk. If you do have more than a dozen or so soaps like we do, have them where you can see them.
Yeah.
Have them where you can get to them. Because I kind of felt like when we were cramming too many soaps into too many small cabinets that some were literally being neglected. Not maybe just from shaving, but just when I would walk by to grab a whiff of a few soaps, right?
It's kind of like the out of sight, out of mind thing. It's not intentional, but you do forget. As we're getting so many more soaps, it's hard to remember them all.
So we bought a bunch more cabinets. We went from 3 to 8. And it's way nicer because now you can really see when you're going to make a choice which ones you have available.
It's true. And even though, like our Stirling, you see the green stacks of everything, but the colors immediately remind you, like, oh yeah, I forgot
and the side labels. Oh, blue. Let me grab Duke.
Yes.
Like, it's those things. So that's why I love the side labels, Stirling. Thank you so much for that. So this has been my TED Talk for you. All right.
It was time to get back to business.
I did Sweet Pecan first, so I think you should do first impression of Gatlinburg.
Okay, time for our first impression.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I'm outside at the Smoky Mountains here.
I'm excited here. Let's see what we got.
Here, you can see your little pour for those who care.
It's pretty.
Okay, let's see.
Here we go.
Oh, it's definitely smoky. Duh, Smoky Mountains. There's
Y'all?
definitely more of a smoky side, I forgot.
Yeah, if you are familiar with my beloved, that was a bit of an elevated reaction out of her.
I'd be outside, but I forgot. You said like a Smoky Mountain hen.
I think she likes those ones.
So see what you get.
Gatlinburg, okay.
You know what I mean? Smoky?
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
It's different than their other, like, outdoorsy kind of fall ones, you know?
Wow. Okay, so this is not a fireplace smoky. I don't know how to, what do you get? Because that's not what I get at first. Because here in California, when we walk outside, if we were to smell a little bit of beautiful smoke, it's from our neighbor's fireplace. That's not.
No, it's a different smoky.
Smoke. What is that? It's smoke to be sure. But it's almost like a smoke and a fog kind of mixed together.
Or it's like when you walk outside the next day after someone's had a campfire or fire pit. Yeah. There's something about that burnt ash kind of smell.
Right, just the embers.
It's, it's after. It's not currently smoking.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep. And then here, just to paint a picture for y'all, the smoke is not the like giant star of this movie. That's not how this works.
No, but it's different. Like it's more the ash of it you weren't expecting.
But this is a fuller picture. So I would say the smoke and at least two other characters are of equal balance in here. We're just hitting the smoke first because I think we're in Smoky Mountains, but it's such a calming smoke.
Yeah, it's you are outdoors for sure.
Not tobacco either. Get that out of your head. It's not a tobacco smoke. Oh.
You know, I feel like when I go visit my family in Idaho and they are outdoors a lot, like it's
they're
that
up near
jacket,
the border of like where the cold air comes from.
It's cold. But it's almost like if that jacket with them has been outside doing work in the woods and then brings it inside, or like even the snow is kind of just melted off. Right. Like there's something of that different outdoorsy that I can associate with being somewhere different than we're used to.
And think of the Smoky Mountains. Why do they call them that? Because when you see a picture from kind of far away, it's almost foggy. Right. It's so smoky. So for me, it's not about like a campfire. For me, there is just something about this whole area that all of the spices and all of the woods and all of the air, and it all comes together to offer you a bit of a natural, spicy, smoky scent. They have bottled it. This is killing me.
We might have to be on that side soon.
You know?
But let's try and lather this up and see what else makes an arrival.
This is my aquamarine Captain's Choice Bowl. She's a lovely thing.
Yeah, because I want to get this lather awake before we try to guess what the scent notes actually are. Because sometimes that brings out a little more fun for us.
Right, and I want to talk about what's balancing out the smoke. What are those other scent
It's
notes?
definitely types of woods. It's a different woods than we have, like not just redwoods around here, but there's something.
And y'all, I don't know if it's an actual smoke or if it's the spices of the trees and the woods and everything else that suggest a smoky scent. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The natural scents would be so beautiful they'd almost smell a little bit smoky.
Right. It does smell like it's from an actual tree or outdoors or something.
Wow.
Different there?
Wow. And you're right. This is a day-old campfire that's been extinguished before you got there.
The echoes.
But a little bit of that warmth and that little bit of that smoky ember smell is still there.
Okay. Is it waking up more here?
Oh, beautifully.
Okay.
Beautifully.
But scent-wise.
I'm ringing the chow bell, y'all. Come on over here and try this.
So Gatlinburg, huh? Let's see.
Wow.
It's a little warmer here, a little more aired out a little.
Yeah,
but it does have a little different. Some of the smokiness kind of went away. It's a little more of that in-between note that we're trying to figure out.
Right. What are those? There's like a friend on either side of the smoke.
It's a
that's
different
holding it up. This just captures one of those special smells that you have to be in a certain place at a certain time to get to smell. Like my beloved said here, when you're breaking camp.
Right, there's something.
Right, when you're covering up the campfire, when you're getting ready to leave, and you can smell all of those wonderful reminders of the weekend you just had.
It's just like it's part of you. It kind of goes with you.
Right. Yes. This is what I hope to smell like when I get home from a camping trip.
Right? But there's something, I don't think it's a redwood. It's a darker tree. It's definitely got some heavy greens to it. Or maybe it's damp because the air's so foggy and kind of damp.
And y'all, this is a smoky smell I have only smelled while camping. I don't know how better to explain that, but this is not a fireplace smell. This is not a neighborhood fireplace smell. There's something in this, almost like the smell of a freshly lit match.
Right.
There's something in this that only smells like I'm camping.
Has a specific smell of like the iron thing on the outside, and the ash being like remixed when you got to put more wood on. There's something about that.
Right. Or just you burn a better quality wood when you're camping because that's all that you have around you is the wood of the pine or the redwoods or something, right? Whoa, this is so much more than I expected.
Right. It doesn't have as much of a sweet to it. It's definitely more that masculine outdoorsy vibe.
And if you need to feel 80 miles from the nearest town,
this
will do it. There's nothing about civilization in this. This is desolation at its best.
It's like log cabin central. It's just, it's much more of that outdoorsy.
It's just the wilderness. It's just waking up when you're camping without the bacon. That's all this is.
Yeah, no breakfast yet, no coffee yet, nothing hit the air.
It's a morning for me. Do you get a morning as well?
I completely agree. I don't know. That's why I felt like I walked outside and the campfire had gone out overnight or something.
This is what I smell when I wake up when I'm camping, not when I go to bed.
And you can smell the coolness in the air. Like there's that added part. I don't know what else we could find, but do we have to give in and look at this?
Oh, let's look at them!
All right. Ready?
Okay. Step into the great outdoors and breathe in deeply a blend of...
Ta-da! Cedar wood.
Got it.
Okay, that makes sense. Lavender.
Oh, okay, hold on, wait.
Oh, but it's like off the tree lavender. That's...
Oh, yes.
It's in my hand. I just pulled it off the plant.
It gives a sense to me of redwood bark that's kind of fuzzy, furry. Do you know that bark?
Right,
That's like furry. That's
mossy
what it makes
kind of
that.
Something.
Yes, that's what the lavender gives to this. And then bergamot.
Just enough to kind of clean up the air. But I think sometimes that's what I get the fog in the air scent from, that crispness. Right. Something works with that.
Right.
Balsam.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
We're easing into that.
In there.
Well,
Lichen. Musk, beautiful.
I could get that. And then black pepper.
Yep.
That's totally the extra I wasn't getting.
Yes.
Interesting. So maybe the lichen is kind of somehow gets that smokiness. It could be also the black pepper after cooking something. If it falls on the flames, it has a different something.
And then sage and something I ran into once at a perfumery store.
Really?
Cade.
For
a brief 2 weeks, we tried making scented candles a couple years ago.
Yes.
We failed miserably. They all smelled like the soap base. But anyway, there was one bottle behind the counter. We still have it in the closet. And because it was so beautiful. And she brought it over and she said, now this isn't for everybody, but smell this. It's the smell of burnt wood. So not burning wood, but burnt wood. And when I smelled it, I went, you're right. I didn't get it because it was something like that was overly pretty. I got it because it was something that was overly real. And when I smelled it, I was like, whoa, that's campfire.
And that must be what we're getting.
That's in this.
But it's when you walk out the next morning and you smell the wood after it's already completely cooled off, but it has been burned.
I'm getting the whole campsite. I'm getting the earth. I'm getting the woods. I'm getting the leaves and the trees. I'm getting the air.
Right, that fresh air.
And you know what? Let's build a basement onto this tent. Let's go a little deeper.
Does this only kind of work for fall, or like they said, it could be any time of year, like any outdoorsy kind of time? Like,
yeah, there's something about being camping that you're at the mercy of nature.
True.
Like if you forget something or you need something, you just got to figure out.
You can't just go to Target.
Get it or do without, right?
Right.
So for me, what I love is that standing at my shaving mirror, I smell so far away from civilization when I smell this, because the only time I smelled this, you just couldn't get to civilization in less than a couple hours if you needed to. You were at the mercy of nature,
right?
And that's what I love. So it might be February, it might be June, but this would be a morning shave for me.
Like, I'm with you.
But I love that if I ever need to just surrender to nature, this will help me do it, because this is what it smells like when I am at its mercy. And I do feel really small, and I do feel a little bit scared, but you feel well taken care of.
There's
because you
something
do
about,
know that nature will take care of you.
That primal connection to nature of like going back to just being one with nature.
Yes, right. Being willing to just be a part of it when you're camping, right? Like not having to put up neon signs or plug in a generator. No, you can just be a part of that little grove for a little while. And this takes me there.
It does. And that's something that we thoroughly enjoy is just escaping, get away from, I know we do this online all the time, but getting away from internet and phones and all those types of things and just being one with nature.
Oh, somebody wanted to be on the show.
I got a little tap behind
Somebody
me.
wanted to come camping. Did you want to smell it?
Spotty camping? Oh, she does smell. Oh.
You know, Elaine Stritch does not have a giant interest in shaving soap like we do, but sometimes.
But she has been camping with us, and we have a fun picture of her next to a
You're
campfire.
right. This is baby Laney camping with us at my favorite place. It was called Big Basin. It's in the Santa Cruz Mountains near Moonsos, as a matter of fact.
Yes, it is. But that's kind of fun. Maybe that's why she was like, wait a minute, I know that's not.
I love transportive soaps. And I love that Stirling, for me, has the best cologne homages. It has the best gourmands. It'll take me to a hot apple cider and a pumpkin pie and a sweet pecan. And I love that then it'll transport me to somewhere I've never been, and yet I am sure that's what it smells like. Wow.
It's so impressive. Like, it's such a big rainbow of things. So if you're new to shaving, I feel like at Stirling, you could find something that would totally spark you on a level you didn't know that you needed to smell in your life.
If you are a mountain man or woman, this is going to hit you in that Paul Bunyan place.
Right?
I guarantee. We don't make a lot of stone cold guarantees on this show, but if you are a mountain camping man or a lady, this is going to hit you in a great spot.
If you had that, growing up, that once a year you always went to a certain cabin, or you would go camping with your family, or maybe you went off to summer camp, there is something about this that just takes you to that place without question, hopefully with good memories. But for us, just escaping away is the fun of it.
Right. So it's pretty simple. All you got to do is put on a pair of tennis shoes like Forrest Gump and then hit the road. Start traveling east if you're in California. And right about the time you start to hear beautiful banjo music and you start to go up into some more beautiful trees than you've ever seen in your life, and the sun comes up and you look out into a smoky horizon, guess what? You just got your own. Head over to stirlingsoap.com where you can find this and a wide range of other products. Gatlinburg! It was a great shave, y'all, and I've spent a few weeks with the scent since we shot the episode, and let me tell you, this is one of my favorites, and the scent locker to just kind of open up and take it in, because it is that beautiful smell of the last day of camping when you're trying to soak in all those last memories, and all your clothes smell like campfire. You know what I mean. It was just that, and having it on my face was just a nice reminder of those days with my family out in the woods of California. And the lather, y'all, where quality meets value, and quality's in capital letters. It's just a fantastic, fantastic lather on my face, and I don't know anybody in the shaving world that doesn't have a great time with Stirling lather. Thank you, Rod and Mandy, for being so good at what you do.
Welcome to Messages.
So Rod and Mandy reached out this morning and let us know that Stirling has a box on the way of some
Mystery
cool
box.
stuff for us to do some giveaways. So thank you, Rod and Mandy, and you for being one of our constant viewers. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you.
West Virginia.
There we go.
Mountain Mama.
Wow, there is just something, like I could feel myself sitting outside, walked outside with my cup of coffee, like the day's just breaking, and there's just something about starting your day in nature, not worrying about what emails you have to get back to or what's due for your work project or something. Like there's just something about literally just taking in your surroundings and escaping. That's all you have to worry about. That's it.
And it is funny that some of the most beautiful places in our country are associated with the most beautiful smells. Phyllis Diller used to joke about a cologne called Evening in Des Moines, $1.98 a quart. No, there's a reason the Smoky Mountains are often given an homage of a beautiful candle or a beautiful cologne or a phenomenal shave soap, because it helps you visit one of the most amazing places. And it may not look like it, but boy howdy.
I know, I feel like now we really do have to go.
It's gonna smell like it.
Yeah, it's very special. It's its own type of scent. And, having that different, because sometimes you read something and you think even like a campfire smell or something that would be something like this. And it's not. It turns into something else. But this is a very specific smell.
Yes, and I love that it's not an homage, but it had to be carefully crafted to take you to a place, just as well as any cologne might be. But this is built with scent notes to put you in a beautiful place that you can almost see if you close your eyes.
It's still clean somehow, you know? It has that fresh, crisp air.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, I know we're talking about like Smoky Mountains and smoke and everything, but y'all, you would still feel beautifully clean and put together at the end of your shape.
And the bergamot lavender hits, like, depending on what whiff you get, it just ends on a clean note.
Is this an outdoor barbershop?
A campfire
Is this a campfire barbershop, y'all? Like on the Old West days on the old Chisholm Trail? Right. I don't know, but I'm here for it. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.